when I go home, and this kid, you know, from the West Bank is like so accepted in New Orleans now. Like, I wouldn't change that. You know, never. You know, like, all I ever wanted to do was be accepted. You know, and want it. So yeah, like that, I wouldn't change. You know? If you ask me, probably the first, like, Monday of football, when all my friends get to do something like we did, like, super special together, yeah, I'd probably change it. You know? I'd probably work harder to, like, be who they wanted me to be, or...
So the whole world is talking about Ryan Clark, man. You know, he was on the Pivot Show and he was crying about getting fired. And I told you guys, I said, man, listen, that's fair enough you got fired, but you got to start your own thing, man. Listen, if you want to get up on their platforms and you want to talk that talk, man, and you know, you want to be black and saying that you know, you was too black for for ESPN, and you know the black conservatives is coming out, they attacking you. Fair enough. Listen, you got a successful show. You won an Emmy Award. You know, Stephen A. Snitch, he came out and was saying the things, but you rubbed a lot of black people, a lot of black men the wrong way when you went on there crying because you got fired. Man, you were supposed to keep your dignity, had your chin up and said, man, screw them, man. You wasn't supposed to go on there crying. Now, I do commend you for speaking up, man, in a lot of instances, man. You definitely did.
But we all know that they plant these certain reports or they say these certain things, and you do hear the word arrogant. Why is he arrogant? Because he won't walk into the meeting and bend the knee, or he won't sit in the meeting and question himself or his abilities or his knowledge and experience in the game. I don't believe that that's arrogance. I want a quarterback that's self-assured. I want a quarterback that could cut the film on, and when you ask him a question about why did you make this mistake, or why did you make this throw, or why was this the right read, I want him to be able to regurgitate that to me like he's in the play at the moment, the same way a coach or an offense coordinator would, because that's what he's going to have to do. And I've had conversations with Shador Sanders, and he can do that. We all know that it's not just about him being Deion Sanders' son. It's about the bravado he carries. It's about the fact that he looks a certain way. It is about the fact that the color of his skin sometimes at that position can be questioned. And I believe Shador Sanders is going to have to deal with that until he gets on the field. Now, first off, it's the second most ridiculous thing he said this week. The first was standing on campus and saying he wanted to put a statue up of somebody that doesn't represent the people of Louisiana, doesn't represent the players and the students at LSU, doesn't represent the executives that work there. That was the first dumb thing he said this week. This is the second dumbest, right? Amongst a lot of dumb things that he said.
So he was calling out governors. He was calling out everybody. He was even calling out executives, man, for the way that they treat black quarterbacks, right? He used the platform to really... You know, a lot of people are upset because they said they just wanted him to talk about football. But he was mixing black politics in with football. Well, so what? They mixed in black politics with football all the time when they denied us about a lot of things, man. They was even denying a lot of coaches, a lot of coaching positions. They was doing a lot of things, and he was using the platform that was given to him to shed light on those things. And a lot of people, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because he didn't take no nonsense, right? Now, when he got fired, he started crying. But before we get to that, let's still keep on looking at some of the clips of things. Because remember, he had controversial takes too. He said some crazy things that I disagreed with. But he said more things that I also agreed with.
And I want to say it to you, and I want to say it to Randall Cunningham, and I want to say it to Russell Wilson, and I want to say it to Michael Vick. This is the evolution of the position. Yeah. Without Randall Cunningham having to try to conform and be a pocket passer and also show his athleticism, we don't get to Michael Vick. And without Michael Vick accepting that and working to become a better passer, working to become a better leader, we don't get a Cam Newton. And if Cam Newton doesn't bring the style of play that he had the opportunity to bring from Auburn to the NFL and win an MVP doing it, we don't have a Lamar Jackson.
Correct.
See, we've needed at that position, because of all the negativity surrounding whether or not people like you can play it, we needed each of you to get to this point.
Yes.
And that's why we need Lamar Jackson to take that next step and hold that Lombardi trophy the same way we all cried when Doug Williams.
Now, when he went on a pivot and he was crying, basically talking about how much he loved this job and, you know, he didn't like his firing, right? And, you know, he's a very emotional player, right? He's a very fiery player. He has a very fiery temper. He wears his heart on his sleeve, right? And he was crying. A lot of players didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't feel as though you should be crying when you know them people fired you, especially when you're saying that they're firing you because you wasn't black enough. The last thing you should be doing is crying, right? That's the last thing. Now, Shady McCoy and a lot of and some of the brothers over there at the Speakeasy podcast, they wasn't feeling it either, man. And Shady was basically saying, man, a lot of that stuff he felt like was performative, right? You was a great player on the field, but you was a guy that wasn't drafted, and you always had to do things to prove yourself. So Shady, man, you know, Shady voiced his opinion about you. Shady McCoy.
Attention. It's a lot of them that do this, and I truly think that he's one of them. So my thing is, I just don't know how real this is. He might have real feelings. I don't know, but I've watched him over the years. He's such a social media dude. This is part of it. This is part of it.
I think honestly though, the firing of so many different people had more to do with just them trying to make cuts. It's business. Yeah. I think Carl Ravitch was with ESPN for 30 plus years doing baseball coverage and ended up being let go in these cuts though too. I think it's just business, and I think they viewed him as someone that wasn't bringing as much as they felt like they needed moving forward. So.
Real quick though, imagine when we got fired from Fox, they did all this though. You just start crying and all that, and I start crying with you. Shit, we got all type of press. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's part of the game. But when you pay somebody money like they've been paying us to be on TV to run our mouth, it's part of it. You get cut.
That's assuming the crying was because he got cut. I'm saying I don't think he cried because he got fired. I think he cried because of the gratitude involved.
I knew it was going to be something. I knew he was going to monetize this whole thing. You know what? I'm about to make this something. And we did. Instead of just getting fired like everybody else, you know what? We're going to make some other thing. We're going to get some clicks. We're going to have a million views in this joint.
As somebody that goes to therapy, how do you feel about that space, that safe space that was created?
And that's why what I'm saying is for him, I just don't know because I watched his previous patterns. Yeah. So let me look in your eyes. I'm not your boy, and I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, you can't tell me it's not right or wrong. But if somebody said to you, yeah, I think Ryan Clark is a attention media, social media guy. You can see where they come from. You be like, okay.
Yeah, I think Ryan knows how to get clicks. I think he knows how to get views. I don't think it's like conniving, but
that's good enough for me right there.
He knows how to get views.
You know what I mean? But for you to say that, like you know, like I could tell somebody.
But I don't think that was fair.
But when you do it so much, you just don't know. You just don't know.
But so Shady, let's just say, in all actuality, the tears work for clicks and engagement. What is your response? And then the tears were absolutely authentic, and he really felt like that. What's your response?
Bro, I don't have no response. I don't feel bad, none of that. Like, we all been fired.
Whether the tears are real or not, it's hard. You're indifferent.
James Jones just texted me. Right? Yeah. One of our good friends. We were on Fox. They fired his ass fast. They fired him so fast. Soon he left out.
His badge quit working.
Right? His badge didn't work no more.
Yeah, that's true story.
He had nobody recording. Yo, take this video. Oh, that's what y'all doing? You fired me, and then I can't get my stuff like you. You know what I'm saying? My thing with Ryan is like, the true matter is like, I just don't know if it's real or not because I've seen him all in action. That's what he does. That's what he do. Anything something happens, I'm gonna speak about it because I just want to be looked at as because I want to be accepted. So I want to look like I'm speaking on everybody's issues around the world, like I'm policing the world. But hold up, so because I want to be accepted. Then this like thing, we just feel bad for him. But I'm not saying it's true or false. I'm just saying as long as I've known him on TV or not on TV. He's always been searching for attention.
What if you feel like your actual calling on television, the reason you have your platform, is to give a voice to those that don't have a voice?
That's why I just told you, before TV, he was like this.
Okay.
I gave you an example where I did a lockout. Everybody is known as a lockout. Nobody can get in here. You had somebody record you trying to get in the facility. That blew my mind. Like, who are you doing this for? Does that make sense? Sometimes with these social media people, and I'm learning because it's a new day and age, but I'm thinking like, damn, attention is that serious for you to like, you got to have somebody record you? I'm just saying like, damn. You NFL player, shit. Yeah. But I get it, undrafted and all that, and he's always had to fight to get. So I understand it. But when these things surface and you ask me for my true feelings, I don't have any. Yeah. Because I'm used to seeing him do stuff for attention.
Well, I got to hear the feelings of the chat. I know the chat going crazy.
So he's called out by he's been called out by former players, man, for crying. And they saying that some of them are saying you're doing this for clicks. Some of them are backing you. They 10 toes down with you, right or wrong, weak or strong. I'm in the middle. I love the fact that you used the platform to speak out, but I don't like the fact that you went on there and you was crying, right? We're in a day of age now, man. Listen, you built that pivot show, right? and you create your own show, your own podcast, man, and you build it up. You are a great speaker, right? Very good speaker. When you had that show, before y'all had the Pivot podcast, I forgot the other name of it. You had the show because you was the best speaker. Like the brother can speak, man. Your brother is an overachiever. He's always been. When he came into the NFL undrafted, he became a great safety in the league for like 13 years, right? Made a lot of money, right? Pivot, transition into TV, and he's very good at it. Very good at it. But the only thing I would tell you, man, as a brother, don't lead with your emotions so much, right? Remember, I always tell you guys, right? We don't deal with the emotion. We take the emotion out of it because they want you to deal with emotions, man, right? I know you're an emotional brother, man. Like, you know, you're very intense, everything. But all I'm saying is, man, I want to see you win. I want to see you continue to win. But don't let them people see you cry. Don't let them people see you sweat like that, man. After you use the platform to stick up for your people, man. They want to beat you down. And they want to use people that look like you to step on you when you're down. But I'm just here to tell you that you're not down, bro. Look, you always overachieved. You always won, right? Your whole career. So shout out to Ryan, man. Keep doing what you're doing, but don't be letting them people see you cry like that, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.